Okay, guys, let's get started. So in the last session, what we did, we deployed Win32 applications. So you go to apps and then Windows and then VLC we did, right? And this is the one, VLC media player. And this got installed successfully, right? Now, I hope you have created uh, other
I
application like
created Google Chrome.
You did
Google
Google
Chrome.
Chrome?
Yeah.
Okay, that got installed successfully. So you followed the same procedure, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's verify. So VLC is installed, right? And Google Chrome is also installed. So when I come to apps here and let me see the VLC, VLC is already installed. Google Chrome looks like you deployed in required mode. That's the reason Google Chrome is not showing up. See the
Yeah.
difference, guys. The applications which are deployed in required mode, they will not come here until and unless you make it available as well. For example, VLC, we have deployed it in available mode. That's the reason it is showing up. Now, Google Chrome, we will see properties and sorry, assignment. Yeah, you have deployed it in required mode. You did not deploy in available mode. That's the reason we don't see Google Chrome in the company portal. Okay, clear? Now, in today's session, we are going to do um, compliance setting. So, Christine, for you, you see, I have used 32-bit. So rest everything will remain as it is. Instead, it will change from 64 to 32. Okay. Now, in case if it does not work, let me know. Today is 9th of Feb topics. So we are going to see compliance policy. So when you come to this devices section and Windows, you have compliance policies here. Okay. Compliance policies, we haven't deployed any compliance policies at the moment. Okay, that's the reason this is blank. Now we are going to deploy some compliance policy. Why do we need to deploy this? Compliance policy is to find out whether machine is compliant or non-compliant for some settings. Suppose there is a requirement that every machine firewall should be turned on. Okay, if machine firewall is off, then the machine is non-compliant. Okay, if the firewall is on, then the machine is compliant. But how do you check? You cannot go and check one by one to the machines. You will have to create a compliance policy and Intune will check for you and give you the result, whether machine is compliant or non-compliant. I'll create a policy here for Windows 10 and later. Create. So firewall compliance policy. Okay. You can have multiple policy, but I'm gonna go one by one. For firewall compliance policy. Next. So there are many options available here. I'll go to this system security, wherein you will have firewall, Windows firewall. Yeah, there you go. So firewall, I'll say require. That means firewall needs to be on. If the firewall is, excuse me. Okay, so if the firewall is off, then the machine will be marked as non-compliant. If firewall is on, then the machine will be marked as compliant. So I'll go next. Now, if the machine is non-compliant, right? Mark the machine non-compliant on the same day. Don't wait for any like 2 days or 5 days. If you choose 5 here, it will mark the machine compliant after 5 days. Okay, I'm gonna go with the default option 0. You have option to send email to the user. So if user machine is non-compliant, then send email to the user and you can choose the template that your machine is non-compliant, kindly contact help desk or something, the template you can choose. Okay. You can also do add device to the retire list. Means the device will be removed from Intune. It will get retired. After how many days? If user still does not make it compliant, so let's say after 10 reminders, right? User will uh, the device will get retired automatically. These options are there for your benefit. I'm gonna delete them and keep the default one. Okay, next. So I would like to deploy this policy to um, devices. So add group and Windows 10 machine. So I have Windows 10 device group. Hopefully that device is present here. So I'm gonna go next and create. So which machine is part of this group? I don't know. Let me go to the group. Um, Windows 10, right? And members, VM1. Is this VM1? I think yes. This is VM1. Host name. Yes, VM1, right. So we have deployed to the group, the same group where VM1 is present. Let me go back to devices and Windows compliance policies. So we just created one policy and it is going to check the machine whether the machine firewall is on or off. If it is on, then it will say machine is compliant. If it is off, then machine will say the machine will be non-compliant. I'm going to create one more policy. For example, um, antivirus, antivirus and anti-spyware. Antivirus and anti-spyware compliance policy. So my requirement is that every machine needs to have antivirus and anti-spyware. If the machines have these components, right, the software, then machine is compliant. If they don't have it, then the machine will be marked as non-compliant. So next, system security. The last time we have chosen this firewall, right? Now I'm gonna choose antivirus and anti-spyware. Next, next, and we would like to deploy to Windows 10 devices. Yet. Okay, so we deployed it. We'll go back to devices again, Windows, compliance policies. I'm going to create the third policy. I want the Defender to be up to date, Microsoft Defender. Okay, so Microsoft Defender compliance policy. So my requirement is every machine needs to have Microsoft Defender and it should be up to date. It should not be out of date. Okay. So we cannot check one by one. Rather, Intune is going to check for us and give us the status, whether the machine is compliant or non-compliant. So I'll go to system security. So Microsoft antivirus, that Defender antivirus should be there. You can also give the version, what version should be there, minimum version, and it should be up to date. Okay. And real-time protection should be on. These are three options I'm selecting. Next, next, and I'm gonna deploy this to Windows 10. Okay, so we have deployed these three policies to the same device, right? So there are three policies which we have deployed so far. Now we can also create a policy of minimum operating system version. For example, let me see what is the version of Windows 10 right now. So version of Windows 10 is this one. This is VM1, right? Let me copy this. So minimum, what is this? Minimum version should be this. Okay, so I'll go to compliance policy, create policy, Windows 10, create. So Windows OS, Windows 10 OS version. So for example, device properties, I think. Yes, minimum OS version. So let me give 31. Right now, the version is 10.0.19045.3903930. But I'm saying purposely I'm changing this from 30 to 31. Instead of 30, I deleted 0 and typed 1. So my requirement is that all machines should be minimum this version or greater than this one. So machine will come as compliant or non-compliant. It will come as non-compliant. Why? Because machine is lower than this, right? Let me give all devices, for example. So I deployed these four policies so far. Okay. I'll go back to devices, Windows. Okay. These four policies we have deployed. Now we would like to see the status. Are they compliant? Are the machines compliant or non-compliant according to these settings? So we have to go to the machine and synchronize the policy. How do you synchronize? You can simply right click on this company portal icon.
Omniportal.
Yes, and sync. There is one more option to sync. You can click on start and go to settings, then accounts, access work school, and the account info, and then you can click on sync. Let me right click and pin to taskbar, company portal. So company portal, we can start from here. Right click and sync this device. It's pretty simple option. Okay, so if the machine is compliant, then okay, so the machine is non-compliant now. Why it is non-compliant? Cannot access
Lower
company
version.
resources because of the operating system version. We will see when you click on this. You see, what does it say? This device does not meet Intune lab compliance and security policy. You need to make some changes to this device so that you can access company resources. And why? It is asking that you need to update your Windows operating system. And if you click on more, you see minimum version should be 31 or later. Minimum should be 31, right? But this device is 30. That's the reason this device is non-compliant. So the device will be marked as non-compliant when you go to the devices section and Windows section. This will come as non-compliant after a few minutes. You will see this as coming as non-compliant. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry. So this machine will be marked as non-compliant. You see, non-compliant now. Why it is non-compliant?
Lower version.
Yeah, so from the server side, you can also verify if you click on the machine name and go to device compliance here. You'll have to wait for some more time because this is still not showing up the compliance policies, whatever the compliance which are deployed to this. Let me refresh the whole page. Okay, so it has some error. It says has a compliance policy assigned and it says error. No, it is basically needs to be refreshed because we have deployed many four compliance policy already. So this error will go away. Okay, you see it is gone now. Let me go back and refresh. Let me refresh from here. We'll have to wait for some more time because this is not giving us the status. You can also check the status from devices and Windows and compliance policies. And for example, you check this one, the OS version. You see one machine is non-compliant, and that is the reason why it is non-compliant. And which machine is non-compliant? You can click on view report. That's gonna show me the machine name, which you see the machine name. This machine is non-compliant. Okay, this machine is non-compliant VM01, VM1. Let me click on firewall thing. Machine is compliant because firewall is on that machine. So that's the reason. Okay. So there is one more option when you go back to the device compliance here, Windows and compliance policies. There is one option which when I click on this create policy and choose Windows 10 and later and create custom compliance policy. Okay, custom compliance policy. I'm not creating now, so let's go next. Now we have other options. Let's see other option. Device properties I showed you to check the version. So we have already done this. Configuration manager client compliance. This is needed when you have SCCM as well, so that you can choose requires what will happen. It's gonna check the agent. If SCCM client is present on the machines, then the machine is compliant, otherwise non-compliant. So we don't have SCCM, so we'll leave that as it is. We have already seen the system security. Device password. This is for mobile devices, so it will not work on our virtual machine. This is going to work on Windows 10 mobile device or Windows 11 mobile device. Okay, so device needs to have password. A simple password should not be there. And device, how long? What is the max minimum length of the password? Okay, you can all give all these details. So it's going to verify the device and give you the status whether the device is meeting these compliance policy or not meeting. Require encryption. If the device is not encrypted, then the device will be considered as non-compliant. Okay, we have already seen the firewall, antivirus, TPM. If the device does not have the TPM, then the device will be considered as non-compliant. Okay, these options are available for you. Let me go back and cancel this because yeah, one more thing I wanted to show you the custom one, right? Device health. Yeah, you have BitLocker, secure boot, code integrity. So these things we do it for physical devices, not for virtual machine. Yeah, if you have any custom script, PowerShell script, and you would like to find out whether the device is compliant or non-compliant according to the PowerShell script, then you can choose require and give your discovery script. And then you give your JSON script. So basically you need two script, the discovery script and the JSON script. So I'll show you how that is done. Let me cancel this. Okay, so for that, what you have to do, let me send you a website link. 1 minute. Where is that? Okay, compliance. Hmm, I got it. So I'm gonna send that to you. Understanding compliance, Intune custom compliance policy. Uh, the last days of custom compliance policies. I'm gonna send all these links to you guys. Okay. Uh, just sent the link on WhatsApp. You want me to send it here as well on the group chat? Wait a minute. Let me send it to you on the group chat. Can you open that link? Hemant, I sent it on the chat window.
Yeah, sir. I think I lost the control.
Yeah, you try now.
Even now, I cannot.
Okay, you open
Yeah.
WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp. Yeah, okay. Yeah, open these links one by one. These 4 or 5 links which I just sent. Yeah. Okay. Give me control. So I'm gonna show you what are these compliance policies. Basically, that is gonna make you um, that will make your life easier. How you can deploy compliance policy. So, for example, if you have to deploy a custom compliance policy, so first of all, you have to have a PowerShell script. Okay, I lost control of what? Okay, so first you have to create a PowerShell script and then convert the PowerShell script into JSON script. Okay. So for example, I'm gonna show you a simple example first. Okay, so for example, this one. You see this example, creating a PowerShell script for custom compliance setting. So example, PowerShell script for custom setting. So detect BIOS version. So it is gonna detect the BIOS version. For example, if you run this, right? Copy and open PowerShell. Let me go to, so freezing up today. I don't know why. Okay, so it's responding very slowly, guys, today. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me go back to the Intune portal. Now I'll go to devices. Custom compliance we will do tomorrow because that will take time. Okay. Let me just show you the status of, I'll close these browsers. Okay. Now I'll go to Windows. Now, right now the device is non-compliant. Now, right now the device is non-compliant. Why it is non-compliant? You can click on VM1 and go to device compliance here. That is gonna give us why. You see, firewall. For firewall, the machine is compliant. For antivirus, it is compliant. For Defender, it's compliant. And for this one, it's compliant. But what about this one? The OS version. So in order to make it compliant, how do you make it compliant? Either you upgrade the operating system of this machine or you change the policy, compliance policy, right? So we cannot upgrade the machine right now. So what we will do, we will go to apps, sorry, devices, Windows, compliance policies, with the OS version one, and then I'll go to the properties one. So because of this compliance policy, the machine is marked as non-compliant. So I'm gonna edit this setting, edit device properties, I think. Yeah. Instead of 31, I'll give 30 because right now the machine is what? 30, not 31. So review plus save and save. So after few minutes, the device will come as compliant. Okay. So when you come back to the devices and Windows, so this device will become compliant. So right now it says no, cannot access. It will say can access. Okay. It will say can access. So I'll synchronize the policy. We have made some changes, right? That's the reason we are syncing the policy. is checking resource, checking access to company resources. You see, can access. Previously it was cannot access. Now it is can access. So the problem is solved now. Okay. The device has no issues now. Now, if you come back to this, it will become compliant. If you refresh after some time, it will become compliant. Okay. You clear, guys? Sayeda, Hemant, Vinod, Christine.
Yes.
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 So, so create some compliance policy like this, which I showed you. Also try to create a custom compliance policy. That screenshot is there in the last one. Sorry, in the first one. The first link which I have given it to you, the Peter one, this one. That has the screenshot step by step. Okay, follow this to deploy. You have to do only one. So first you have to create a JSON script, sorry, PowerShell script. And you have to, it has the screenshots, you have to upload it like this, and then you create a JSON script. So this is the JSON script you need to copy, and then you have to deploy like this. Okay, so it has everything, all the screenshot. You follow the step and at least create one custom compliance setting yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, any question before we wrap it up? Okay, bye now. Bye, everyone.